Hey guys, hope you're all doing well today. Really sorry that I have not had the time to do the Just the Good Stuff videos these last couple weeks. The very first week that I skipped, honestly, there really wasn't anything good. I did make a community post just letting you guys know that I was going to be skipping. The majority of that was due to the time that I had. I did not really have much time available. And the second week, there actually was some decent stuff, but I really just did not have the time to sit down and do them. But this week, I'm going to get back on track as much as possible because for one thing, there's some really good stuff this week. And another thing is I really miss doing these for you guys. So I'm going to start right here in the base of operations. We have a reckless chess piece here on electronics, enemy armor damage, and skill haste with ammo capacity. This is a really good chess piece to use for your sniper builds. Just roll off electronics over to firearms. And we're going to start off extremely strong with our very first purple electronics mod. We have a damage to elite 4% with 208 electronics. It's not the highest electronic roll that we can get, but the 4% is what's going to make this mod so great. As you can see, I buy 15 of these to make sure that I have 5 mods available for all 3 of my characters. So make sure that you pick these up. We also have a 5% ballistic shield damage resilience mod. This is a really good mod to be picking up for your defense builds. I personally prefer these over shield health or damage mods. Would definitely recommend these over the other ones, so definitely pick these up for your defense builds if you don't have these already. Our next stop is going to be to Camp Clinton. This vendor is going to be selling an extended magazine. It is going to be for Phoenix credits, but it's actually not that high of a number, and the mod itself is really good at 121 mag size, 4% critical hit damage, and reload speed. I usually prefer reload speed over critical hit chance and damage, so would definitely recommend these ones this week if you don't have any good extended magazines. And next we're going to be heading over to Camp Hudson. We are going to be skipping the weapon vendor because the weapon vendor does not have anything good this week. We're going to be heading straight to the gear vendor, which is going to be towards the back of where you enter. You'll just go to this very back left blue tent, and this vendor is going to be selling a 6% self-heal mod. This is a really good mod to be putting on your run and gun builds if you have a little bit of skill power involved with your build. Would recommend these ones usually with any high-end builds that you're running. This is really reliable to have. Even if you don't use them very often, I like to keep a couple in my stash. So the next safe house we're going to be heading to is Southpaw. The Southpaw safe house vendor is going to be selling a 2% pulse critical hit chance mod. We do have both critical hit chance and damage pulse mods for sale this week. The damage is going to be for sale inside the dark zone, and we will get there in just a minute. But pick a couple of these up. If you don't have these yet, this is another one of those reliable mods that's good to have, even if you don't run it as often. And next, we're going to be heading all the way up to East 64th Street in Dark Zone 9. And this vendor is going to be selling a firearms exotic damage resilience mod. I like to put these on my striker build for whenever I'm running in the dark zone. Exotic damage resilience will of course help you with pretty much anything that's not a bullet, so it's really good to throw on if you are combating against predator players or if you are just wanting to avoid grenades as much as possible. These are really good mods to have on. And next we're heading to the Dark Zone 9 safe room. Since we're up here already, I'm just going to travel over there, so I'll skip this part for you guys. And once you guys make it here, we're going to be heading to the vendor downstairs and we're going to check out this VX1 scope. This one is critical hit damage and accuracy, but it is a maxed out 18.5% headshot damage. So I would prefer these over ones that have like a lower headshot damage roll. So I picked up a couple of these ones this week for myself. Would recommend you picking some of these up if you don't have any headshot damage scopes, at least ones that are maxed out. Our next stop is going to be West 42nd Street or 1v1 Alley. This is our other pulse critical hit damage mod. Would recommend picking up some of these if you don't have any of these. Again, even if you don't run these as often, they're very reliable to have for when you do decide that you'd like to start running them. Our last stop is going to be the Dark Zone 2 safe room. And this vendor is going to be selling another Reckless chess piece that I would recommend. This one is on health and skill haste and ammo capacity already, so really you could just roll the electronics over for firearms, and this chess piece by itself is going to be really strong because the health roll, ammo capacity roll, and the skill haste roll are already very high. You just need to optimize it a little bit if you wanted to optimize it at all. So that is going to be the end of just the good stuff for this week. Hopefully there's some items here that you guys will be picking up. I definitely picked up a couple for myself. If nothing interests you this week, there's always next week, but I will talk to you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.
Can't believe the bullshit that went down in the dark zone at the end there. I know. We had it. Everything I told them was dead on. They made us pull out anyway.
And we left our dead behind.
Yeah, we're not supposed to do that. Hang on a second.